street football came to this country via a project in Arbroath, which was involved in delivering diversion activity out in the community up in the Arbroath area. So we went up and we had a look at it. We spoke to the manager of the project and decided that they had as many of the social problems which we have down in Inverclyde, so we thought that we would make an application for it as well, and hey presto, we got it. The funding was provided by the big lottery 2 years ago, and it was provided following for the project, following some research which myself and a colleague did. The funding's been spent primarily on the purchase of the arena, a trailer for it, and a van to transport the arena around. We also employ a full-time street football development officer and a part-time officer, and we will fund on occasions coaches as well to help deliver the activity in the communities.
I got involved quite early with the street football project. We actually received the equipment in the summer of 2007, so I was involved a wee bit with my last job. We actually done some dry runs, actually erecting it and putting it up to see what kind of interest we got. Then obviously the position later on came up with a street football development officer, and I applied for it, and thankfully I was quite successful in getting the position. We try and do delivery all over Inverclyde, but predominantly the more deprived areas of Inverclyde and hotspots that are identified either by community safety or the police. We try and go into these areas and work with the young people. Ages are between 11 and 25 years we try and cater for. If anybody younger comes to our sessions, we don't turn them away, we encourage them to take part as well. But the majority we try and get from the 11 to 25 year old age group. It differs actually quite a lot. It's not structured in the same way that coaching or football sessions are. We've got rules as well that go along with the street football, the likes of fair play rules, no swearing, there's different ways of taking penalties and what have you in the arena. So it's actually quite good that way, and the young people are responding really well to the rules.
I think street football has gave us an exciting new project to bring to the young people of Inverclyde over the last 2.5 years. I think it's very important that we engage with our young people, especially the hardest to reach young people. And I think that street football has been achieved its outcomes, especially for the funders, but also the partnership through the youth work strategy partnership. So it's been really exciting to be involved in that, and also linking to other partner agencies like Internet Bus and things like that. I think the biggest problem that we've got in communities at the moment is the antisocial behaviour. The communities think that young people are up to mischief and demonising young people. I think with the help of the street football, it's a positive outcome for young people who take part in sport. And the community can see that the young people are all there together, having fun. And I think that's the main thing about engaging with young people and making sure that the communities understand the needs of young people. But street football's helped with that by breaking down the barriers. And I think we're now going to be looking at tying that into intergeneration work, making sure that we've got older people from the community involved in street football, along with the CLD working to touch with us. Also, one of the key things that they've managed to do is get volunteers and making sure that the volunteers who put up it are recognised with that, either through a Youth Achievement Award or some accreditation award, so that they're getting something out of it. And it's key to developing a lifelong strategy for young people and making sure that they move on.
One of my friends, he was doing volunteering just before I started, and I went along one time and seen it, kind of took an interest in it, and thought I'd try and get myself involved with it a wee bit more. Well, I'd like to get my Millennium Award out of it and complete my 200 volunteer service, and just keep going with further employment with it. It's a good idea because there's nothing really out for the Wednesday at night times, and it brings them along, gets them off the streets.
Oh, well, I want the volunteers first of all to enjoy what they're doing, but for them to see the benefit of working with the community and working with young people as well as adults. I feel like volunteering is of great benefit to individuals in terms of trying to establish themselves within the sort of community. Maybe it will be a benefit to them when they're going to look for employment. But I think young people have really got to take the opportunity that volunteer provides them with.
Got involved in street football through Branston Community Centre. When I was up there doing volunteering, I was doing sports. And Stuart McCabe approached me on it if I wanted to do some coaching. And that's how I got involved in it from there. It's a brilliant thing for everyone, because it means if they're feeling down or that, we get them over, we boost them up, help their morale, give them a good laugh for a couple of hours out at night. They just seem to enjoy it a lot more, and the workers seem to enjoy it too. It's just a good night for everybody. I'd like to get my coaching badges out of it, and I'm doing a sport and fitness, so sport and performance down at the Lugs campus now, and that helps me with my coaching, and hopefully I can get a full-time job out of coaching from there.
I think street football does benefit the young people in the communities. It gives the young people something to do. Nowadays you just hear of people phoning up and saying there's young people here hanging about, nothing to do. So I'd like to get in with the park and the project and actually work with the young people, maybe the ones that just are hanging about, not causing any bother, and work with these young people and give them some positive activity to do. And it benefits the community because it has been proven that street football does work with regards to antisocial behaviour and the crime rate in some areas. So we've got really good response from the police regarding these figures. So as proven, it does work where we are. Some of the young people we work with are quite vulnerable, so it kind of builds their confidence. Confidence on the park and confidence how to relate to my staff and myself, so the young adults communicating with them. We're not seen as a kind of barrier to them. We're not intimidating to them, so we feel they approach us better than what they might do some other people.
I think in terms of the community, if the street football goes into the community, it gives the community a focus and the young people a focus to actually go and participate in the activity. It benefits the community in the knowledge that the young people are at the street football and not running around getting into bother, and it benefits the young people because they have a focus to go and sort of expend their energy. Football's a medium now where both boys and girls want to play, and kids from as young as 4 or 5 up to 18, 19 want to play. And we really want to try and engage with kids between the ages of 11 and 16 because we feel that's the age where young people tend to become involved in offending. So we really want to try and deliver an activity to them which they're going to enjoy and hopefully turn them away from that sort of lifestyle which they're maybe more used to.
I think it's helping the young people understand that there is diverse activities out there. You know, I think it's also about making sure they're aware of their health and well-being. You know, again, when Stuart's out with his team, you know, it's not just promoting street football, it's promoting all youth services, and that's why we advertise through the facility. As you can see on the side of the parks, we're advertising different activities that young people could tie into. So it helps young people understand health, and it takes them away from this antisocial behaviour or deemed to be involved in antisocial. Having fun, making sure that they're taking part in a sport, you know, and it leads on to other sports.
We try to show a pathway with the street football. We're always telling the young people what else is on in their area, whether it be structured coaching sessions for football or anything else that goes on in the area. We're always updating information, like so there might be some youth clubs or youth-related activity happening in the area, and we will try and promote other services within Inverclyde and within their area. We've got good relationships with some of the partners within Inverclyde. The main ones would be obviously the police and community safety. We've also got good relations with the community learning development from Inverclyde Council, and we've got good relations as well with Youth Connections, who send on young people to our sessions as well.
I think one of the key things that we're doing at the moment is making sure that the information that we've got relevant to where we are is posted to young people through either websites or within schools, so that they know exactly what's happening. It's very key that we need to let our young people know where it is. You know, our CLD workers, tax youth workers who signpost young people, are also trained in a number of other services that they can signpost young people. And one of the key things for us at the moment is unemployment in 16+ activity agreements. So again, it's about making sure that young people are signposted into that. I think one of the biggest concerns that we've got at the moment, we might not be using the target age group. Right, and it's making sure that we've got the right stuff for them, and that's why CLT's heavily involved with Inverclyde Leisure in this initiative.